Hello everyone, welcome to Chapter 16 of Conquest. Now, there was a discussion earlier today in Mecha's Discord on how easily Leo could solo Chapter 16, and I'm personally in the camp that he can do it the easiest out of any other unit with their base stats. And to prove this, I'm going to be doing a run of this map on 0% growths, where the only unit that attacks anything is Leo. Now, the only stat modifiers that Leo has gotten are a tonic in every stat, except for strength, and then he has a meal for speed, luck, and defense. Other than that, he's gained no stat boosters whatsoever. And then the only other stats that he's going to be getting are from Corrin's para. Now, Corrin and Leo do have S support in this file. And that's mainly to help with consistency because normally when I do play this map with Leo, I do give him a speed wing to help with his speed problem, and then I stick Felicia on him. And I believe that gives a bonus of 7 speed. Now, since I am trying to do a solo run with Leo, the only other way to get that much speed without giving him a stat booster is with Corrin Swordmaster S support. So this isn't the best way to do it, but it's the most consistent way to do the same thing that I usually do without messing with any other, rules. Other than that, there are 2 concoctions in the convoy for Leo to use, and that should be everything. So let's just get started. Apologies if my commentary isn't that good here. I am not that competent when trying to explain something when I am doing it in real time. That's why I do post commentary most of the time. Anyway, so the first thing I want to do is I'm actually going to have Leo fight these guys. Now, at the start of Chapter 16, you have 2 sections of enemies immediately. And there are 8 enemies, these 4 on the top side, and these 4 on the bottom side here, that will rush you immediately. And if I try to go on this side, on turn 1, what will happen is these guys will eventually show up. They will all swarm me. I'll have to fight every single one of them on enemy phase, and then I'll just die.
Good luck.
So Leo has to fight them first by going right here and waiting.
Let's go. Not a chance.
Pathetic.
Now Leo here does have very, very good dodge rates, and he also doesn't one-shot any enemy on this map. He actually barely doesn't one-shot these fighters, and that's on purpose because I don't want him to lose out on any guard gauges. So now, these 4 enemies are starting to slowly approach, so I'm going to be working on them. I'll have Leo pick off this furthest one, and I will put Xander outside of enemy range so he doesn't get attacked by any other enemies. Now Leo does get to pick off some other enemies here by proxy. Now the nice thing here is that on this side, all the enemies here have horrible hit rates on Leo. Even on both sides, actually. So he's kind of a dodge tank. He might not even need the concoctions for what I'm trying to do here. Since Leo is outside of the Berserker's range, he just goes back into where he came from. Xander is going to go up here, and Leo is going to fight these 2 mercenaries that were approaching him. Okay, so now that that's over, what Leo is going to do is he's now going to attack this adventurer that has Enfeeble. Now, the nice thing here is that Leo never has to get Enfeebled here, because of the fact that once you go in a staffer's range, the staff unit will prioritize attacking. So there's no risk of getting Leo's stats dropped by 4, and if you're worried about this Shining Bow adventurer that has Seal Defense, the hero actually prefers to attack first, and Leo does not double the paired up hero. So his defense is actually very safe for this turn, which is good because this hero will be able to attack him, where he will be able to double, and he will kill. He's also able to kill all those surrounding enemies because they're unpromoted and they're bad.
Such a nuisance.
So I'm going to intern here, and we'll see that in action. Now, Leo actually has very, very good dodge rates against the free staff, so that's actually not that uncommon that he just dodged that there. I believe the percent chance is... I think it's 69 hit on Leo. I don't remember fully, but it's not that high, so it's not unrealistic that I'll dodge. Here, Leo just one-rounds the heroes, doesn't need any other assistance other than his core and backpack. And, yeah, that's that turn done. Now, to get out of the freeze range, I'm going to have Leo go right here and simply attack this hero, where he will fight this adventurer on enemy phase and these two outlaw on enemy phase, and they pose absolutely zero threat. Since this adventurer is using the Shining Bow, his skill actually activated, which is also pretty funny. Since he's fighting bow units, he has very good dodge rates, as well as getting his guard gauge very consistently. And now to get rid of the Shining Bow adventurer, just kill him in turn, and then sweep up the enemies right here. Now, since my guard gauge is completely filled up, I'm going to take this opportunity to kill this adventurer, and that will completely remove the chance of freeze and taking any other seals on this side. And as you saw from player phase there, that adventurer has horrible hit rates. Now here, what I'm able to do is I'm able to have Leo fight this hero on player phase, and then fight the other two outlaw on enemy phase. And the one with quick draw attacks first, meaning Leo's actually going to be taking minimal damage here. Now you do have to talk to these guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I probably should have had Xander do that, but it's okay.
What are you waiting for?
It's not gonna be the end of the world, as you'll see here. Because at this point in the map, there really is no threat. Here, these these mercenaries just don't do damage to Leo, and you know, in a map, in a normal playthrough of this map, you are deploying other units, so you'll have healing other than like concoctions and stuff, so you won't really have to put any resources into Leo. And by this point, he's level 4, almost level 5, so speed benchmarks are pretty on the table. Now for safety here, I am going to heal Leo here, but probably doesn't even need it. Going to kill that.
Don't worry.
that mage and that fighter. Now this fighter is on its way over to me, and then I can go right here to go in range of 3 enemies. This fighter, this sorcerer,
Here I am.
which has Nosferatu, which is why I let him attack me on enemy phase.
Failure is no option.
It's always better to do that. And then this, this berserker, which I'm like, it hit, but you know, it doesn't even do that much damage. So even if it does hit, it's like whatever, man. Here Leo gets Seal Magic. Seal Magic is a bad skill,
Such a
so
nuisance.
probably not gonna see much of that action. Now his res is actually really good, and it helps a lot thanks to Brynhildr. He has a 17% chance to negate like almost basically all magic damage, so
Good luck.
it's completely safe to do this. And the unpromoted units are attacking first, which is very ideal because that should give me guard gauge.
That was nothing.
Yeah, it will. Assuming that third unpromoted one attacks first, it will give me guard gauge. And that's perfect. And now I don't have to take a Ragnarok.
Are you okay? Can I help?
Didn't even have to heal there. I'm gonna have Xander go this way to talk to this guy as Leo finishes off the final enemy of the level.
You have my aid.
And then
I can
here,
support you.
Leo will talk to what's his name? I always Shura is his name. Then I will just use a concoction to heal, where he just does absolutely no damage. Now he does have counter, so I do have to attack from here, but since he's using the mini bow, it's basically GG EP, you know? There's absolutely nothing that Shura can do, and I just win.
We can handle this.
And for fun, I'll use the Iron Sword.
I'm here to help.
Bang. Alright, so Leo's good. Never asked for me anything from me ever again. Goodbye.